Hello, this is KMac710, and I'm just going to give you guys a little walkthrough on my new shop script that I decided to make. I kind of made it just because I was tired of not having all the features in other ones or stuff messing up. So I made this one. It's Oxlib because I can't do UI personally, but I use the tools that are available. So this one is owned, somebody can buy it and then they can redo the stock and everything. So as you see, we have one notepad, we can go in here, we can manage it. Shop inventory, notepad, we can add as many as we want. We can decide to put them in our pockets or add to the sale. We have those on sale right now, and they go right into the shop. And then these prices are set in the config, so then like everybody has same prices. And then if you have an item that you decide to add later, it doesn't show up here because it won't show up until they get some. You can go into, oops, wrong thing. You can go into the shop storage. After you've deposited the stuff in there, you can just add that item, add it right to sale. And it gets instantly added on to the stock. One of the reasons that I made this one is because other shop scripts I noticed you had to take out inventory in order to stock it for stuff like pawn shops and things. And it just, I didn't like that there wasn't an option to, just add directly to sale. So we can just come here, we can add right to sale anytime, right? And then they're all there. And then for stocking them, you can make it so the shop owners can go down directly to the supply spot, or you can make it so it's a trucker only thing. And for me, I currently have it set for trucker only. This one's the restaurant supply shop that I currently have for my server, so I use this for different things. So you can see truckers can get restaurant supplies as well and deliver them, or restaurant owners can come up and get them. But this is the supplies. You can also get your work truck. You can go and deliver in that. So you pick the type of shop that you want to supply for. We're doing a general store. And then you can pick the amount of items that you'd want to do. So say we want, 5 scratch tickets. And this is the price that the trucker pays. And if you notice in the store it was 1,000. So on my server I have the truckers charge double this to the store owners and the store owners charge double that to their customers. So you can add 5 scratch tickets to the order. It'll pop back up until you press finalize order. So we can add in, like 3 notepads as well. We can go and, do Cuban cigars, 5 of those, and then we'll finalize the order. If you mess up, you can always cancel it. So we finalized it. We're gonna shop supply box. And then we can go to any shop and deliver it. Since it's done trucking wise, I let people use in-game billings to, fully RP that out. So now you'll notice I have a third option here. We drop off supplies, and I've dropped off all the supplies to the shop. And now if I look in the shop inventory, we'll have all of the new things that we got, like the 5 scratch tickets, right? So that's pretty, simple, self-explanatory. If you want to add something to the shop, it'll look in your pockets for what items are allowed to be added. And then you can just move those into the stash. Or you can remove stuff from sale if you put too much up or something like that. You can also, what else is there? You can go into your accounts when people buy stuff. You can withdraw or deposit that money. You can decide to transfer or sell the shop if you'd want. Yeah, and I'm actually gonna sell this one. So if I sell it, it tells you exactly how much you get back. You can send the config amount. You sold that shop back to the government. Now you open up the shop. And you're good to go. And you can see that's how you can buy the shop there as well. You can see buy the shop for 400k. So I got 280k back. So it's like what, 70%-ish? And the script is very adaptable for any type of shop. I have, I think, 10 different types of shops in my server. So you can have a pawn shop where you can buy and sell items. So if you want to sell, you can see how much the person is buying that owns the pawn shop. And then they kind of have the same management options, except for they can have one more, which is add to buy order. So you can add more on how much you want to buy. And then they can also buy and sell. And then we also use it for things like police armories, stuff like that. Yeah, so I'll show you the configs now. I'll show you how it works. So this is a config for the general store, so you can decide each shop if it's owned or not. Pick the buy price here. You can pick whitelisted if you want to whitelist it to specific things. So what we've done is you can whitelist it to jobs for things like police armories, like what I was talking about. You can limit it to shop types. So if you want, like for example, we have a pawn shop one on my server where pawn shops have a spot where they can go and sell stuff that players sell from robberies. So you could do like pawn shops. You can only open, like use this shop, right? Or general stores and liquor stores or something like that if you want to. And then you can also identify our whitelist. So if you put that true, there's a command that you can use in game. So you can go slash shop whitelist, I think. Shop whitelist player. The player's source, which for me would be 1. Well, let's just say shop 35, because that's the restaurant supply shop. And then the player would be whitelisted for that shop. And then you can pick if it's a weapon shop, so it'll register weapons. You can decide if you want people to be able to rob the shop or not. You can pick the percentage if it's an owned shop of the money that they can take, or you can pick the robbed amount, minimum and maximum if the shop's not owned. And this is where you just add in all your items, how much stock you want it to have per server restart. You can also math random these, like you see with the bandage here. That mean that they'll get between 100 and 144 bandages per server restart. If the shop's owned, it will ignore this. That's only if it's not owned, but it will still use the price. And then you can set a blip for each one, or you can do the buy items. So like pawn shops, for example, you can either sell and buy items. And you can set the price per server restart and everything. And then in here, you can pick your police jobs. The hacking device that you want to use, safe unlock timer, pull down on the robberies, how much you want to be able to sell for. So yeah, 70% is what it was. Debug options, where you're going to get your images for the menu. So I've put the ones that I know, and it's really easy to do. You just change out wherever your inventory images path is. And then for shops, this one is where you actually put the location of each shop. Now, it is a little much, but this is because, all the customization I wanted you to be able to do. So we have the label for this, and then we have the location where you want it to be, the safe location where you want them to rob it. You can change the PED for each type, and open shop, manage shop, rob shelf, right? For your target locations. And yeah, so as you can see, like I use it for EMS stores, so medical supplies, it'll go there and people can buy those. I have weapon shops, liquor stores, and I'm gonna leave all these locations in here so you guys can decide to go back through and delete them, or decide to use some of them. If you do delete them though, just make sure that nobody owns, like, don't change the numbers here is what I do, because if somebody owns one of these and you change that number, then it's gonna change how it's linked in the database. But yeah, that's the shop script. The only other thing that I'd mention is if you're not using aux, just uncomment that. I already left it in there. Notify police of robbery, you can put your dispatch in there. Check weapons license if you use something other to check your licenses for that. Robbing the shop safe, change out your minigame. I recommend SN hacking right now because everybody loves the Prodigy style ones, right? So But I left Axe minigame in there, commented out Cure minigames, and I'll probably put PSUI down here for everybody that uses that, so I can just uncomment it. And then yeah. So that is gonna be it. There's lots of open code in this, so you'll have lots of there's lots to customize. There'll also be an open source version. But yeah. So that is 710 Shops. Thanks everybody for watching and enjoy.